I am Sunil Bari from Dubai, and to make the atmosphere a little lighter, I'm going to take you guys to a trip to Dubai. I don't know if my presentation is coming up or not. The guy is struggling because I had a lot of pictures, I think, in that. Anyway, the topic of my discussion today was corporate governance of non-profit organizations. I happen to work as a nominated director on a government of Dubai organization called Dubai Quality Group, which is being set up under the patronage of our ruler, Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. And the purpose and the mission of Dubai Quality Group is to spread as a knowledge hub on knowledge about business excellence. Oh, thank you. Now it's my time to struggle with the buttons. Okay, thank you. This is a map of United Arab Emirates. It comprises of various states. Don't take it as if I'm selling UAE, but I just wanted to let you know that in United Arab Emirates, which many people think that it's a Middle Eastern country, and how the corporate governance has taken big roots there, and how the organizations are able to implement the governance international benchmarks. UAE Federation, of course, is a combination of 7 crucial states comprising of Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, Al Quwain, Ajman, and Fujairah. They have been brought together when Britain left UAE in 1971. So these crucial states became combined for the purpose of forming United Arab Emirates. Our organization, Dubai Quality Group, has been set up under the guidance of our ruler. You can see, I'm sure that many of you might have seen him on the Epsom Derby here, because one of his most famous horse racing group called Godolphin is very much present in London. And he is been instrumental in helping us to set up this non-profit organization, which is called Dubai Quality Group, under Dubai Economic Department. Sheikh Ahmed bin Said Al Maktoum, whom you can see here, is the chairman of Emirates, the most successful airline in the world, and he is also responsible for the government of Dubai's financial control and reconstruction programs, as well as he is also our patron, and he gives us the guidance to spread the message of quality and excellence in Dubai. Governance can be defined as a process that lays down the expectations from the stakeholders. Now, non-profit organizations, I'm putting open a question for all of you. Non-profit organizations also need governance, and most of the organizations these days who are funded by United Nations or World Bank or other funding agencies, they spend money on various CSR activities, sustainability, and many other activities. The question of control of the non-profit organizations is as relevant as it is in the case of a profit-making organization. And most of the non-profit organizations are the owners or the directors are in a fiduciary relationship, and they have responsibility on various expectations as well as society and community improvement programs. Of course, non-profit organizations and CSR and sustainability go hand in hand. Most of my colleagues in the morning session, they are representing the various corporations which are making profits, but they are diverting a part of their profit towards the non-profit organizations or sustainability initiatives. But at the same time, a pure NGO, that also needs governance. United Arab Emirates has recently launched a federal policy of code of conduct of corporate governance, and it covers basically all the federal government organizations as well as the private organizations, and most importantly, I think it's one of the first code in the world where non-profit organizations and non-government organizations are also have been given the opportunity to be voluntarily compliant as far as this code of conduct is concerned. The federal government came up with a decree in 2011 wherein all the organizations, whether they are state-owned organizations of United Arab Emirates government or Dubai government or Sharjah government or Abu Dhabi government, they all have to comply with the various stringent corporate governance rules. And being the late starters as far as governance is concerned, in UAE, the whole control is being laid out by the federal government, by the Council of Ministers. Most of the organizations which are federal organizations or state-level organizations, they are being monitored as per the code of conduct which has been laid out, and they are being monitored very stringently on the things. The difference between United Arab Emirates or Middle East or Western countries is that things are being laid out now. They have been working on their own, in their own way and systems with lots of consultants from the Western world guiding them on various activities. But now they have decided to take things in their own hands, and they have decided their own code of conduct. The whole purpose of this is to lay down principles for board, how many directorships a UAE Emirati board member can have, and they have to declare their all entrusted documents as well as the various options. The decree also covers non-profit organizations. Now, I just would like to link up the two things. Dubai Quality Group is a non-profit organization. We are under no compulsion whatsoever to comply with the code of conduct. But we, as a non-profit organization, we decided that since we represent many organizations in UAE, so we should implement this code on a voluntary basis. So as a result, in January earlier this year, in our annual meeting, we adopted this voluntary code of conduct. And now after we adopted the code of conduct, many non-profit organizations in Middle East are taking their steps forward, and they are also complying with the code of conduct. One of the another area of innovation which in Dubai has recently been done is corporate governance for SMEs. Dubai Economic Department has come out with the plan that the SMEs, which comprise of almost like 90% of the organizations in Dubai, they also should be subject to some code of conduct. And as a result, a 9-point scheme has been laid out for all the SME corporations. And as a result of these code of conduct, the quality and the excellence of these small organizations is improving quite dramatically. This concludes my presentation. The whole purpose was to let the audience know that United Arab Emirates, how the business is done there, how are they so transparent. I'm sure that in April we had with IOD, we organized a conference on CSR there, and very soon we would be organizing another one. And I would like to invite all of you whenever we come up with that. Thank you very much.